Welcome back to the channel of Pro Enzo Vids, and this afternoon's video is my Week 2 Pacific Championships tips and predictions for 2024. So, look, last week, for the first week of the Pacific Championships, we saw, two very interesting results. We saw, obviously, Australia beat Tonga 18-0, and we saw the Papua New Guinea side beat Fiji, then Suva over in Fiji. That score was 22-10, I think. So, yeah, obviously very interesting results because, Fiji were expected to win at home, but PNG were just very desperate and got the win, and they deserve the win too. And then on, that Friday, Australia beating Tonga. Tonga were brave, they're very gutsy, but I think Australia's class with Dearden and Edwards and Turbo, that contributed to their win. So, look, we'll see how Australia go this week. Australia play New Zealand, so after last year's result, that 30-0 thumping, surely Australia would be upbeat about coming back bigger, better and stronger. So I hope anyway, because Kiwis with Sean Johnson back as well, like pretty much his last time playing officially rugby league. He'll want to play well for his country, that's for sure. And New Zealand are a dangerous side too, so hopefully, for Aussie's sake, hopefully they're on. And the other game, Fiji versus Cook Islands, and Fiji actually play Cook Islands in Suva for the first time, I believe, too. So there's the advantage for Fiji. As always, though, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, guys, for all the new support. It means a lot. Really appreciate it. My current subscriber goal now is 4,850 subscribers. So, hopefully get to that goal very soon. And, only about another 30 subs away. So, again, appreciate all the new support. And here we go, time against the preview. Game 1, Fiji versus Cook Islands. They're in Fiji. So, obviously, Fiji, very disappointing against PNG. Like, obviously, PNG deserves a win, as I said before. But this is their home, country. This is their area. Like, Fiji, I don't know, man. They weren't good. They definitely didn't start well, but then they sort of came back in the second half a little bit. But thanks to a couple of silly errors by particular players, they just really gave up that game, I felt like. So, I'm sure this week they'll be up for it because second time back at home, it's like second bite at the cherry. So, I'm sure they'll be up for it. They have to be back at home. So, it'll be a big game for them. As for Cook Islands, obviously, they should not be underestimated. I know they're not that strong as a side just yet, but I guess, you can't underestimate any side. Look at PNG. We all underestimated them. Maybe some didn't, but I did, and look what happened. So, Cook Islands have a couple of NRL players too and ex-players. So, the experience is definitely valuable for them. But looking at the Fiji side, so not too many changes. Taruva's still fullback. The only real change I realised is that James Vauvatu, I think that's how you say the name, he's now the hooker with Penny Taggart Tuimua. I can say it now. I didn't say it last week, but I can say it now. Penny Taggart Tuimua. He goes to that jersey 14 position off the bench. So that's the real change I can see anyway, with a dummy half rotation. Jennings, Michael Blake, Sevo still there. Navale at lock, who was so good last week, in Caleb Navale. So, another future Sea Eagle right there. Kameka still up front. So, look, the Fiji side is very strong, right? But they definitely didn't get it right last week. And so this week's all about getting it right now. As for the Cook Islands side, a couple of names I don't know, actually. But their halves are very interesting, though. If we thought that Kevin Naguama and Kurt Donahue was not good, well, look at this. Brad Tagarangi at 5'8", and Esau Masters is the halfback. Far out. That's not a great halves pairing at all. But again, I don't know. You never know, I guess, but Tagarangi has played a bit of 5'8" before. I think he came through as a 5'8" originally as a junior. I don't know, but no real direction in that halves pairing, that's for sure. So I guess, it's going to be really relied on other players to step up. Esau Masters has great experience, but not a halfback, definitely not. His brother's playing two on the wing, I believe, Stephen Masters, so there you go. David Mawali's there, Ruben Porter, who's been a great, signing for the Tigers. Zane Tedavano's also there, who's also been a long-time contributor for that Cook Islands side. Obviously not too many names to know of, unfortunately for me. I don't know them all. But the funny thing is that Alex Glenn is in the reserves, so I doubt he'll play, but it's weird to see Alex Glenn in the reserves. But no, I think he's there mainly for mentorship, but yeah, named in reserves. That is very interesting. Very interesting. But look, I think my tip and prediction for this game, so look, I think Fiji will bounce back purely because I feel like back at home, just back playing in front of their home fans again. You mean like surely they bounce back and get the win for their home fans. So I'll tip Fiji to win and bounce back. Fiji 26, Cook Islands 16. First try scorer, give me Micah Sevo. I think he'll score a try. It was not first, and anytime try scorer is Sevo, but I think he'll score first, so back him in. And yeah, I think Fiji to win, and my man of the match in that game. Well, if Fiji are to win, I reckon Calvin Navale is my man of the match. I've just been really impressed with Navale recently, so I feel like he'll have another big game. So yeah, Fiji to win, but we'll see what happens on Sunday. New Zealand Kiwis versus Australia at Christchurch. So good to see the footy back in Christchurch yet again. But yeah, what a game. I think Kiwis, after last year's big win, they'll be very confident, obviously. And as they should be, because yeah, they dismantled Australia 30-0. So of course they'll be confident. But then again, I think after last week, Australia would also be confident, just beating Tonga and keeping them scoreless, which is a very good effort, especially defensively. So I'm sure they'll back their strengths yet again in this game. But yeah, it's a strong team though. Like obviously you've got Fisher Harris up front with Griffin Neame, which is a very good front row pairing. You've got Phoenix Crossland at hooker, and like not many people thought Crossland was Kiwi, but he originally was born in New Zealand, and I guess the fact he's played for Newcastle for most of his life, that's why the whole he's from New Zealand tag gets very hidden. So yeah, it's quite interesting that actually. And then yeah, you got Scott Sorensen, who's underrated as they come in the back row there. It's a good team, like really it is. Keanu Kenny at fullback with Chance, Nickel Klukstad at 5'8", so we'll see how C&K and Sean Johnson go. SJ for one last time, so yeah, we'll see how they go as a halves pairing. And Peter Hiku's back as well, so Peter Hiku's in the centres with Will Warbrick on one wing, but yeah, it's a very strong team, and Matt Simoko's there too. And obviously for Australia, their team's the same, like as it should be, because why change a winning team for what? There's no point. So Australia obviously are 1 through 17, which they should be, and very excited to see how they go. Now, my tip for this game. So this time around, I don't think we're going to see another 30-0 thumping. I don't think we will. I'll be absolutely shocked if we did, but I do think though Australia will win. I don't know. I just think Australia have got a bit more than Kiwis. Kiwis could definitely win because it's in New Zealand. It's Sean Johnson's last official hurrah. And their team's very strong too. But I just think Australia, through Tom Dearden, through, Harry Grant's class, Turbo's excellence roaming around, Dylan Edwards' consistency, Collins, Carrigan, Isaiah Yeo, look, the whole team has just gelled so well together. So, I think, I just think Australia have got what it takes, and I'm not saying Kiwis don't, but I think Australia have a bit more of a purpose with that team they've got, and I think that team will keep continuing to shine. So I'll go Australia to win. Australia 20, Kiwis 14. Can see it being a low-scoring game, but with a bit of tries. First try scorer, I'll go with Harry Grant, first try scorer. I don't know why. I mean, he scored first in the grand final, so it's possible. But I'll go Harry Grant as a bowl one to score first. And, I think my man in the match in this game will be... Let's go... You know what? Let's go Dylan Edwards. I think Dylan Edwards will be a big part of the reason why they win. I feel like his defense and just where he is every time the ball's kicked and whatever, and he always plays to the percentages very well. I think Edwards will have a big game this one, and expect him to be really visible. Australia win on Sunday if they do get the job done over Kiwis. But who are you backing for this week? Please be sure to let me know in the comments down below, as well as subscribing to the channel. commenting your tips, like I said, and liking the video too. So I hope you all enjoy the preview, and have a good rest of your afternoon, and bring on these two games.